Hello, everyone. We are here today because AAA is hiring, and we want to give you some information and insight about working for our extraordinary organization. My name is Diana Gugliotta, and today I'm here with Mike Gendron, Brenna Mirabili from our Human Resources Department, and Sid Mahmood from Fleet Operations to answer any questions you have and share information on what it's like to work for AAA as a roadside technician. So please welcome Mike, Brenna, and Sid to your screens, everyone. And I also want to mention that working for a company as large and as diverse as AAA Northeast, there are many career paths that people can take. But today's focus is on automotive and roadside careers, which, as you can imagine, we think of as really the heart and soul of AAA. So we're currently hiring in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island. So many open positions to choose from. And I'm happy personally to share that this week I'm celebrating my 14th work anniversary with AAA. Very proud to be part of the club. And I was also so proud this year to see AAA Northeast honored as a best place to work this year. So I'm going to kick it off by deferring to Mike Gendron. And Mike, if you could just share a little bit with us about how, being a AAA roadside technician is a viable and rewarding career path.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Diana. It absolutely is a very rewarding career path. You'll actually be, afforded a unique opportunity to help and serve the needs of the traveling public and playing a big part in its overall safety. In this role, you're going to learn the basics of auto mechanics and, if applicable, become certified in towing. And also for, providing safe and best-in-class member service. Coming through the door, you're going to be met by a team of industry experts. These are our trainers, and they're going to teach you everything you need to know about the job. And just so you know, no experience required for this type of work. We build you up from the ground up, and we really want to see you succeed in this type of role. We have a very rewarding career path here as well. You come in the door as a roadside technician, and you can also become certified in any of our 3 types of service vehicles, graduating up to the level of a level 2 technician, up to a lead technician, to a supervisor, and the growth potential goes much beyond that as well.
There are so many stories like that, being at AAA as long as I have. I know so many people that really, started in high school or shortly after high school and have stayed with the club. We're actually in my department celebrating a 50th work anniversary this month. So it's very common at AAA, and I can't emphasize what you said enough, Mike. This is somewhere you come to work to stay. It's not just a job, it ends up being a career. And the years go by quickly. So
absolutely.
So Mike, for people watching who might be considering this, could you outline the requirements that you would look for in, as a human resources professional? What do you look for people looking to become a roadside technician?
Sure, absolutely. Well, in this particular role, as a flatbed or a tow technician, there is a minimum age requirement of 21 or over, to operate a tow vehicle. We also have our battery service program as well, and to function in that sort of role, which we'll expand upon as well, minimum age requirement is 20 years of age or older for that. You do need to have had your driver's license, your valid driver's license, for at least 3 or more years, with the ability to clear a motor vehicle record, a drug test, a DOT physical, as well as a background check investigation.
Absolutely. Those are important. Great. And Brenna, as a longtime employee, I get really excited when people ask about the benefits that come along with being a AAA employee. Could you sort of outline for us what benefits the club is offering now for employees?
Sure. Yeah. So we have a well-rounded benefit package, that offers our employees a wide range of health and wellness, financial, as well as many personal benefits. Our health benefits include medical, vision, dental. We do cover about 79 to 89% of health insurance costs, depending on the plan that's selected. And in addition to our health benefits, we also offer a 401k with match, paid vacation, sick time, volunteer time, as well as tuition reimbursement, just to name a few of the perks. And specifically for our fleet roles, we do offer a set schedule. So there's no on-call hours, which does allow us to offer a work-life balance to our technicians, which is, certainly an important part of the organization.
It is such an important part of the organization. I can't agree more. I mean, we definitely respect that people have a life outside of work too. And often, the needs of family play into that and are very important. So people don't have to stress about, oh, I don't know if I'm working today. I don't know if I'm going to get called in. Those set schedules are very helpful. And I can also attest to being just a very grateful recipient of the benefit of tuition reimbursement. In my time at the club, I was able to earn my master's degree, which of course has helped me considerably in my career, and just being able to do that working as a single parent and receiving a higher level of education with the club support was an awesome experience. And I'm also a huge fan that we do volunteer time off, which just to relate, some people will offer a full day's work. Basically, they get paid to volunteer at an animal shelter. I personally worked for Meals on Wheels this year, and it's just an awesome opportunity, and wonderful that the club offers so much support to employees. So I say,
absolutely,
body, mind, and spirit, right?
That's right.
We want happy, healthy employees all the way around. Yep. Yeah, thank you. And Mike, I'm going to ask probably top of mind question for a lot of people. What does the pay look like? What is the general range of pay? And I know, we're a 5-state, we're a large organization where that can vary by geography, but could you sort of outline a little bit about pay and bonuses and incentives, all that good stuff?
Great question. Absolutely. So like you said, we consist of multiple fleet locations throughout our Northeast footprint here. So depending on where you live, ideally, you're looking at an hourly pay range between $18 and $22 per hour. And that's just a base pay. But it doesn't end there. We're a 24/7 operation. We provide the service around the clock. In all conditions, we never close, so we reward folks who work in, off hours. So for example, if you work between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 o'clock a.m., you'll receive an additional $2 per hour, which is our overnight differential pay. That is tacked on to your base pay. If you happen to work on the weekend, there is an additional $1 per hour that will be tacked on to your pay rate as well. So think about it. If you're working on the weekend and you're working into some overnight hours, you will earn the maximum amount of hourly pay rate and do quite well doing so. Additionally, as I mentioned before, we have our battery service program here in AAA, which is a huge part of our roadside assistance program as a whole, where a battery technician would arrive on the scene and ascertain any particular issues that might be going on, with your battery, running a quick diagnosis, easy to read screen to show the member exactly, whether or not there is something wrong there. And if that is the case, the member does have the option to purchase a battery right there on the scene from us. And each time that happens, that technician will earn an incentive, or some like to call it a commission, on top of their base rate of pay. And that can also add up significantly. Each month, we have what's called member satisfaction scores, and those scores are based on the feedback from our members, which we take very seriously. And based on those scores, each technician can earn anywhere from, say, $100 to $250 a month, just based off of providing good, valuable, authentic service to our members. Various, programs go on throughout the year, resulting in spot bonuses for meeting various goals. Not only that, just for getting hired right now, we have a sign-on bonus for $2,500, which is excellent incentive on its own. Once you start here with AAA, we encourage referrals. We love hearing from a technician saying they have a friend or an acquaintance or family member that they'd like to refer. And if we do end up referring that individual, you will receive $1,000 for that referral. Let's say you refer 10 friends in a month. We hire them all that have $10,000 on us. So it's a wonderful incentive here as well, as far as, from a compensation perspective.
Absolutely. And I mean, we as AAA employees, we know the culture. So I feel like we can often identify friends or family members that would be a great fit for the
Absolutely.
And I love that it's so easy to go in and make those referrals. So for those of you watching, we have an app. We literally have an app that we can, pull our phone out wherever we are, put in the name and contact information for that individual that we're referring. And it's as easy as that. We hire them, $1,000 in your pocket. It's wonderful as an employee. And Mike, I'm going to have you repeat that incentive little bonus number one more time. So if you sign on as a fleet technician now,
that's right.
What is that bonus again?
$2,500. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's great. Okay, wonderful. And for our fleet technicians, we'll talk to Sid a little bit about the nitty gritty of being a fleet technician. But I will say we have this philosophy at AAA. We don't want to have to tow you. We want to get you on the go. We call it our on the go philosophy. So things like, sending out a battery truck and running those diagnostics on your battery. It's also great. We have right there. It's also very transparent technology. So you can see exactly how your battery is performing and make the decision to replace it then and there on the spot, replace it and get you going again. So we love to see our members get serviced quickly, get on the road quickly. And of course, what Mike said is so true. We put so much emphasis in how well we are meeting the needs and satisfying our members, that those satisfaction scores are everything to us. So thank you for calling that out. Brenna, I just wanted to ask you, what is the easiest way in your mind that someone could apply to be considered for a position with us?
Sure. Yeah. So if you'd like to, be a part of the organization, and if you're interested in becoming a roadside tech, you can apply by visiting our careers site at AAA.com/careers. There is a specific section on our careers site titled Roadside Tech that will direct you to a list of all of our current openings. You can fill out an application right from your phone, so it's quick and easy. And if you decide that a roadside tech job may not be for you, or you know of anyone that might be interested in working for AAA, we do have all of our openings posted on our careers site, so you can view all of our current positions.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it is really easy, and thankfully everything's mobile now, so it makes it easy. Thank you so much. So AAA.com/careers and then roadside tech. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to turn it over to Sid, and Sid is our fleet manager in New York. So lots of questions for Sid about what it's really like out there in the real world as a technician. Sid, I'll start off, real easy question. What do you like best about working for AAA?
Honestly, the rewarding opportunities, a lot of opportunities to learn new skill sets. Not to mention, stability, growth opportunities, and to use, technology, the way we've embraced technology and how it evolves on a day-to-day basis. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Right. And if you could just, this is such an important question in my mind. People want to know before coming into an organization, what's the culture like? So I feel like the fleet probably has its own culture, separate and individual from some of the other departments in the club. What's it like in working in the fleet?
Yeah, it's definitely a team-oriented environment here. Our primary goal on a day-to-day basis is our members. We're a member service company, so every day our techs come in and their main focus is to just take care of our members. And not to mention, we have a very diverse team here. And with that, coming from all backgrounds, definitely that's the culture here for sure.
Yes, it always strikes me too when I visit our fleet locations, how family oriented it seems to be. It really, people become really tight. They look out for each other. They have each other's backs, and a very wide age range too in fleet technicians, which is wonderful. And there's a lot of mentoring that I see going on when I'm there.
Yeah, definitely.
You can speak to this far better than I can. I'm just an observer. But no, it's a strong work culture, definitely. So tell me a little bit about what kind of professional backgrounds people come in with.
So one of the great things about working here is that you don't have to come in with much experience. We have, a team here filled with employees that have a lot of background from the transportation industry, logistics industry, customer service, as well as the towing and mechanical experience as well. But you don't necessarily have to come in with any real mechanical experience. You kind of learn everything from the ground up.
Right. I mentioned earlier that AAA Northeast were the recipients of the Best Places to Work award this year. We also, year after year, are given awards based on the strength of our training and education internally. And that's a strong part of our culture. So just to emphasize what you said, Sid, I don't think people need to be intimidated, thinking they have to have all this experience coming in. We love training. We love educating employees. So it's strong in that aspect as well. So I think this is very important, and please share personal stories, Sid, if you'd like to. But in a nutshell, could you try to describe a day in the life of a roadside technician?
Sure. It's busy. As the one word for you, just busy from the time they start their shifts, from pre-check all the way to going on the road, communicating with dispatch, facing members, and not to mention the variety of tasks that our techs face on a day-to-day basis. So from simple things such as gas deliveries to jump starts to placing batteries, towing, minor mechanical adjustments. It's something new every day, and it definitely keeps them busy throughout their shifts.
So the day goes by rather quickly, I would assume.
The blink of an eye, yeah.
I bet. Then I think the good thing is when you're on the receiving end as a member and you break down and you see that technician, that is the best face that you have seen all day. So a lot of very grateful members.
Definitely a sense of security, absolutely.
Yes, definitely. And if you could sort of describe the training, we've talked a lot about training, but what does the training look like that new employees would receive?
Sure. So it's definitely a robust, training program led by industry experts. And, we do use cutting edge technology and tools and equipment. And it's a mix of both, classroom and on the road training. So the first 2 weeks is in a classroom setting. And then after that, depending on, if you sign up for a roadside battery, roadside tow, flatbed, that could range between 4 to 6 weeks, on the road training with one of our trainers. And, it's just basically a focus of safety practices on a, day-to-day basis. And just to add to that on the technical side, but also, being that we're still in the midst of, of a pandemic, we definitely embrace utilizing PPEs, such as wearing gloves and masks just for, safety for our drivers and for our members.
Yes, very strong safety culture here at AAA. Definitely. Sid, it's interesting that I hear when I speak one-on-one with technicians and ask them what they love about their job, I often hear, I love that I'm not stuck behind a desk all day. I love that I can actually help people. I love that the day moves quickly. And I love that every day, the days are never the same. I hear those messages consistently from our fleet technicians. And I think there's definitely a certain personality type where, people love to work with their hands. They love working with the public. They like being on the road and not stuck in a building all day. So if you're that personality type, I think they should talk to you, Sid, right?
Absolutely, yeah, we're hiring, so.
Absolutely. So just to reiterate what Brenda said earlier, for those who are watching, if you have any interest in a career at AAA, especially as a roadside technician, please visit AAA.com/careers. You can submit your resume there. And you can also view all the current job openings. You know, there's that special section for roadside, but like we said earlier, there's a lot of diversity and career paths that you can take. You can visit the website, create a profile, and actually opt into what we call a talent community. And assign yourself to a job family that aligns with, you know, your own interests, your skill sets, your experience. And then you can also opt in for emails. So you will be the first to be notified if a new position opens up. So we definitely encourage you to do that. I hope what you got from listening in today is that we are for individuals that really love our organization. We love our jobs, and we would love to expand our AAA family, especially this time of year. We are, you know, in the summer months, we're seeing 47.7 million Americans traveling for this 4th of July alone. We need people on the road to rescue those folks on the roadside. So thank you so much for listening in, everyone. AAA.com/careers. We'd love to have you. Take care.